Ira, how does the Fed get money back in the system? Almost $300 billion in funding needed last week. So let's see. Hey, Ira, you're a primary dealer. I need to buy some securities, so I get you some cash. Seems like a good deal, except for maybe it isn't, because while we're buying in one hand, we need to be issuing with all the debt in the other. How's this going to work out?
It's a very difficult situation because it is many-pronged. There's a shortage of funds because of course, the tax payment, which they knew about. And I think Chris Whalen has really dealt with this very well with the regs, with the change in the regs.
Banks can't have inventories. They're not a shock absorber anymore.
Yeah, that's right. And the banks, as Jamie Dimon raised the issue, banks aren't lending. So why isn't it the issue? That's what needs to be worked out here. And it's a good thing that they need to go to these permanent repo operation. Yeah, they need to sustain that. And the fact that they went to 2 weeks now, to a 2-week duration, so they'll get some time here to work through this. But we must remember, this is not 2008. This is not Lehman, because it's not a solvency issue. It is a liquidity issue.
Grease in the gears. I mean, basically, the funding market is smaller, and the amount of treasuries and securities and the size of the gears are much bigger.
Right, and I'm the second smartest person in my family to talk about it, but yes, I think that's exactly right.
Now, let's get to another issue. Christine Lagarde is, of course, going to be taking over the reins. Great interview with Sarah today, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of politics involved in the monetary policy scenario in Europe.
The way that I see it, and I've seen this for a long time, because, again, this deals with the exit strategy, which the Fed doesn't have from their balance sheet. And in Europe, it's much more complicated. So Christine Lagarde, in my opinion, and I think it's an informed opinion, was brought in for 2 reasons. Number one, because she's going to push for the fiscal stimulus end, and they believe that she has the political heft to do that, which is what her prominence is. Number 2 is the ECB needs an exit strategy. The only exit strategy, and this has been Mario Draghi's, I think, plan the whole time, which is why I've called him the most dangerous man in the world, is that he needs to create a Euro bond out of the balance sheet of the ECB. And I believe that the powers in Europe believe that Christine Lagarde has the political heft and intelligence and willpower to do this, because there is no other exit strategy for the ECB except to create a Euro bond.
Makes perfect sense, but at the end of the day, the ECB is going to end up with the same problem as our Fed. Balance sheet issues, they're difficult. Ben Bernanke thought he'd just have runoff, but runoff isn't going to do it, as we've seen the correlation with the repo markets and funding. Your final thoughts?
Well, that's exactly right. And ECB has a serious problem with this. But Draghi, again, and this goes back, if we can, to Bernanke's fear of the taper tantrum in May of 2013. They don't want to disappoint markets. So why did Draghi add more fire in? Because he did not want to disappoint the markets and go out.
Especially in front of the handoff to Christine Lagarde.
Exactly, and go out with a possible taper tantrum.